All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, everyone. How's everybody doing this wonderful morning? Good to see you all. Everyone on YouTube, welcome. Everybody on in the Cyber Group room. Everybody ready for the weekend? It is Friday, which is one of the worst days of the week to trade, next to a Monday. But I'll tell you a lot to talk about this morning, and regarding about a lot of earnings that came out yesterday. I guess a lot of you seen what happened with the job reports, all that stuff. We'll talk a little bit about that. Mark gave me a little private chat. Mark, I'm going to answer your question regarding about oil. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So a lot to talk about in a short period of time, but we're very short for time because the market's opening up soon. So we want to get right into it. First of all, you see what happened with job reports. They blew the numbers out of the water. Every economist got it wrong. Now, you would think that is great news, right, for the market. No, the market is down 187 points, and it was down already. This obviously is a very good sign that the Fed is going to raise rates even higher. That means more people are working. So, as the market looks at it like, oh, crap, you know what? That's a lot of jobs. So that means they're really going to probably raise interest rates. And interest rates, everybody's been high on this, free money they've been giving out for so long. And last thing you want to know is that now they're going to start raising interest rates. And you learn that. And you know what? That's good for us because as traders, let the volatility begin. You know what I mean? But I always tell you this, I know this for a long time, unless we have a real major catastrophe, the Fed really is not stupid. They're not going to want to spook the market, that much. It's, that's their job, because people who are elected to that position are obviously have a lot connected in the market and they don't want to do that. So we're looking forward to that. Another couple of things, oil. How's oil doing, everyone? Oil looking great. I mean, I want to bring up just Mark. Mark asked me about the stock BNO, if it's, being that oil took off. You know what? Listen, we talked about this, BNO is obviously a great stock to trade regarding about what's going on with oil, but they said oil was probably going to go to 110. So we're about $20 off that barrel. It's incredible. That's literally almost doubled where we were, like a year ago, 2 years ago. So, and you could just look right here. We can look at the year chart right here and see where we're at. Yeah. So the stock was $10. So we're talking like 2 years ago when oil was at 10, now it's at 25. So really nice steady trend with the BNO. Yes. So, if you're can't trade the future in oil, you have something right here. So that was pretty good. Oil was negative in April 2020. No, I know it was. And the stock obviously you can see pretty volatile, but it wasn't that much off. I mean, the stock obviously has been really steady. So you got news there. So that doesn't look good. It's good for the industry, in the trading industry, not good for anyone who owns a car. So that goes that. The other big news we're going to talk about is Amazon. Now, and you know what? Like I said yesterday, and I know we don't trade Amazon because it's very expensive, but you saw Amazon take a very major hit, and then all of a sudden just made it back, in one day. So that was great for day traders, if you looked at it from a 2,800 up to 3,300. And it's funny, but I said it yesterday. I said, you know what? We saw what happened with Facebook yesterday, and Facebook is not looking good at all. Had a nice little bounce here. I was looking for that, made a little bit there. That was a really nice 10-point bounce right there. But overall, not looking good. I said, but we was talking about Snapchat, and I was telling you guys this yesterday that my kids nobody goes on Facebook anymore. No one likes it. Everybody's tired of it. It was one of the big pioneers, and ever since they wanted to go to Meta, the virtual world, they're trying to get back. Everybody's on Snapchat. And I said, you know what? People still shopping. So I said, you know what? I'm kind of thinking you got to look what's going on in the market. So Amazon obviously did well. And I said that, yes, I think Amazon's probably going to beat earnings because, shoot, who does not use Amazon, right? Everyone uses it and they're doing great. And they're buying up everyone. They're building a pretty major monopoly. And then Snapchat blew their numbers out of the water, went from 24 to 38. I mean, they literally almost doubled, so that stock made a very good comeback after a big spook in that stock would have happened in with Facebook. But it's the first time they were profitable. So, there's a lot going on, and there's, and that's the things we got to look at. And also there was a couple other stocks, which, by the way, all those stocks are on the watch list. All those stocks are on the watch list that we're going to be trading. So you got the Snapchat, you got Facebook, we got. I mean, let me tell you, I'm listening to some of the economists on TV. They hate Facebook in a way, and not personally. They hate it because they said, listen, that stock is on a major decline. So I'm really curious to see what the shorting is on that and the option, the puts on and options on those things on Facebook, because there's definitely a lot of room there. Listen, I say it all the time. Stock is, when you trade a $200 stock, okay, what's the difference between a $10 stock and a $200 stock? A $200 stock can still go down 200 more points. A $5 stock can only go down 5 points. So that's what you're playing with. So you had that. Another stock that did well yesterday and just totally got hammered just all of a sudden. Pinterest had great earnings, and now the stock is downtrending. So there you go right there. It was great in after hours, and you could have traded these stocks in the after hours. That does have nasty volatility, but stock was up, 24 to 32, and look, it's right back down to 25. So it looks like it's coming right back to it. So it's going to be a great volatile stock to trade. I traded Pinterest. We did really well with Pinterest, and I'm glad I got out of Pinterest, because if I still had it, I'd probably be down 50% on my swing right now, because that's how much I love the stock. After even though there was rumors of a buyout, whatever, but sure enough, look where it is now, not doing too well. So we got those stocks on the list. Let's look at a couple other ones. And regarding about yesterday, like we talked about the good movers: Facebook, Snapchat, Pinterest, Amazon, all that. A couple of cheap ones that and also they're picking up in today. From yesterday, from today. What was it? The KAVL. So I spelled it wrong. I had too many things on that watch list. So KVL did really well too yesterday. Nice little pop. Went from $1 all the way up to $1.30. The stock took a really big hit. I put it back on the watch list. I want to keep an eye on it. This one is really not bad. I mean, you never know if it will make a little bit of a pop right here. The longer it stays there, the better it is. So you have that one. You have VNDA. Also, this stock got crushed. Went from, what was that, 14 and a half all the way down to 10. I mean, but I like the pre-market. Made a nice little comeback here. So you could see it right there. Nice little trend, nice little push right there. We're going to keep an eye on that one. We know about Amazon. We know about Facebook. We know about Snapchat. We know about Pinterest. Oh, Twitter. TWTR. I mean, they had earnings. And once again, nothing really that great. Big pop, came right back straight down again. I'll tell you, I really think, regarding about that jobs report, that it was better than expected is not really good news for Wall Street, what they're saying, because that means that the Fed is going to have no choice but to raise interest rates hawkish more than they probably wanted to. And that's where it comes down to it. I guess COVID is over, because Clorox is starting to get crushed now. Clorox obviously had earnings that came out and didn't look too good yesterday. But stock has been very steady. Everyone was on the Clorox hype. Remember, had that stock gone from $130 up to $234. Remember, you couldn't even buy those wipes, the Clorox wipes, nothing. Well, look at that. It's right back to its 2019 lows. So not looking too well there with Clorox. A couple other stocks. Yeah, I looked at that Michael too, the Ford. Obviously, another one with earnings that came out. You could see that after hours right there. All I could say is, my buddy out there, Bill Ireland, good thing you got out of it. I mean, listen, whatever goes up comes down twice as hard. And once it broke this support level right here around 19, you could see it. So this stock, I mean, listen, it looks like it can come out down to the 16s now. Once you break that gap right there, that's not a really good sign. But other than that, I think we're pretty much done. We got a pretty decent list. Just don't go crazy today. Fridays, listen, I tell everyone, I'm like 50-50, okay? And you know what? I'd rather just, unless you can get a stock at a really, really good price with limit orders, don't go too crazy today. Even though what's happening with the market right now, I don't know how the street's going to react to all these earnings, but from when I look at it, they're not too happy. All right, cyber traders, so let's get back to the market. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Anybody, any other stocks out there? All right, so we'll be back here at 2:30. Everyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. If you make your money for the day, like we always say, just take your money and run. We'll see you back on Monday. That's why we do this job, to have the freedom that we could do it. And you just don't want to give it back. So just be careful. All right, guys, happy trading. Be safe. And we'll start commentating once the market opens up at 9:30. Thanks.